Hi guys, happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. If you're visiting my channel for the first time, I would like to welcome you to my channel. Today I'm in my backyard in the garden and I will be picking some vegetables and I want to show you guys what I'm picking today. So if you want to see this video, stick around and you'll see what I'm reaping from my garden today. So I'm gonna start first of all to pick all these Chowri Bhagi, or they're known as Jamaican callaloo. So I'm gonna start picking them from here, but I'm still leaving room for them to grow more. But there's a lot that I need to pick from the garden before they get too hard. So look at these, nice and fresh. I'm gonna make some nice bhaji today with fresh picked bhaji or chowri from my garden. So I'm gonna keep on picking and then at the end I'll show you guys how much I get. So just a little small patch. I got all this fresh chowri and I'm gonna show you how much more I still have to pick. All this I still have to pick, and as soon by next Friday I'm gonna be picking another batch again. That's how fast these grow. So the next thing I'm gonna be picking is some green onions. So this one plant, guys, alone, this one Jamaican callaloo plant, I got all this from. Look how much. A good portion of Jamaican callaloo or Chowri Bhagi. So I just want to show what I picked so far. I have all this green onions. I'm going to be doing some green seasoning and I'll still show what I have left in the garden. These are some flat leaf parsley. I accidentally pulled this one from the root, but I still have some more. I pulled one root of garlic. I have to dry it up now. And these are all my Chowri Bhagi or Jamaican callaloo. I still have a lot more, and let me show what's left in the garden now. Oh, and I didn't show, I picked two same Guyana same. So there are still more, but they're small. I have to pick them as they're getting big. So all this is green onions that I still have left, and then I still have the Chowri Bhagi or the Jamaican callaloo in between that I might be picking on next weekend again. I have here some cilantro. These ones right here, they're cilantro. And I have the peppers that they're giving flowers right now. More of the bhaji, and these are some flat leaf parsley. I have some more poi bhaji here, poi bhaji over here, and the same plant have a lot more flower. There's two other small same here, but I'm gonna have to wait for more. There's more flowers here. It's coming along nicely. And I have another, this pepper plant is coming up nicely. I have another one over here, one over there, and look at the squash plant. Lots of flowers and little squash, but I still have more to go. And then some tomatoes and some more poi bhaji here. And this is my flat leaf parsley, another one there. Tomatoes, hot pepper. This one have a lot of blossom plus some small ones in between coming up here. My pepper, tomato, my bitter melon or coralia is growing slowly. And I have some little pepper plants here that is kind of taking their time. This big tomato I have right here, sunflower plant, tomato, sunflower. This is what I got from my friend Kavita. My ginger, turmeric. We're gonna be picking some of these kale today to juice them, but I don't want to pick them and then let them sit. As soon as I'm ready, I'll pick those to juice. Fine time, I'm gonna be picking some to blend up with my seasoning. And here are my cucumber plants, lots of little cucumbers coming. So the garden is looking very nice and promising. Look, some cucumbers coming and lots more in here. Some more chowri, my mint, and I see there's a big tomato in here. So that's the update on the garden. I started to reap and this is early July, so hoping to get a lot more before winter comes. So for the spinach or the Chowri Bhagi, it doesn't need a lot and it is packed with nutrients. I have some fresh green onions, headless green onions from my garden. I have 2 maribori pepper for flavor, some garlic, and half of a large onion. I'm gonna chop these up and I'll come right back. So for the spinach, guys, I'm gonna be adding my ingredients to the pot. First of all, I add the garlic, and garlic is a very important ingredient in spinach because it's add really nice flavor to it. And I'm gonna add all the rest of the ingredients. And like I mentioned before, this only takes a few ingredients, but it's packed and rich with nutrients. So I'm gonna mix this in, let it cook for a minute or two, and we'll come right back to it. So now these are ready, and I'm gonna add the spinach now. So that nice Chowri Bhagi that I picked from my garden, I'm gonna add it in here. Just wanna make room for the rest. I'm gonna add some salt to this. We're gonna cover it and then we're gonna come back to it in about 3 to 4 minutes. So our bhaji went down a little, but because this is a harder texture bhaji, I'm gonna add some coconut milk, and I already grated half of a fresh coconut. I'm gonna be adding the milk of half coconut to this. So here I'm gonna add that half coconut milk, and the coconut milk will make this bhaji nice and soft and give it a nice beautiful flavor from the sweetness of the coconut. So the next thing we're gonna do here, I'm gonna give it a stir, and I have just the perfect amount of coconut milk. I will let it cook until all that milk evaporated, and this will be ready. So the bhaji is coming along nicely. It smells amazing with this coconut milk. There is still some more milk inside to dissolve, so I'm gonna let it cook until the milk is completely gone, and then I will plate up. So my beautiful Chowri Bhagi is finished. It's looking nice and juicy. I'm gonna dish it out now, and this is 1 pot full with iron. So along with my Chowri Bhagi today, I'm gonna be making some Butterfish, the PSI Mid-Atlantic brand seafood Butterfish stew, and this is the Butterfish fillet. And this fish is also known as the croaker fish, and it's a product of Guyana. This was from the box that I received from Lita, and she's the person who supplied the stores here in Canada with this PSI Mid-Atlantic brand seafood. Here I have the Butterfish fillet. I'm gonna wash it up, cut it back into two, and I will prepare a nice Butterfish stew today. So I already washed my Butterfish fillet with lime. Now I'm gonna season these before I start the cooking process. So in goes my salt. I'm gonna leave the ingredients and the measurement in the description below. So we want to make sure that the fish have enough salt for flavor. I'm gonna go in next with some black pepper. So the next thing now, we're gonna add some green seasoning. And my green seasoning contains of green onions, garlic, fine thyme and broadleaf thyme, and my flavorful wirrie pepper. So I have 4 tablespoons of my green seasoning, and for me, I always like to go in with my hands, mix all this marinade to the fish well, so we can coat every piece and every corner of the fish. I'm gonna let this sit for a few minutes. You can leave, the longer you leave the marinade, the more delicious the fish will be. So I'm gonna give this about 15 minutes or so, and I will start frying them before we stew these Butterfish fillet. I just added the first batch of fish into the oil. I'm gonna fry these until they're golden brown on both sides, and then I have one more batch after that before I start preparing the stew. So while the fish is frying, I'm gonna start preparing the ingredients for the stew. Over here I have 2 garlic cloves. I have some broadleaf or thick leaf thyme. I have some, and these are fresh from my own, not from my garden, but inside my house. I have a pot of these. I have some flat leaf parsley. They go very nice in stew, and this is from my garden. I have some fine thyme from my garden. I have green onions that I picked from my garden. I have 2 wirrie pepper for flavor, and I'm gonna use half of this onion. I'm gonna cut all this up, and I'll come right back and show you the next step. So starting to prepare the stew, I add the onions, the broadleaf thyme, and the pepper to the oil. I'm gonna cook these ingredients up until they're nice and soft, and before I add anything else to the pan. So now that the onion, the pepper and the thyme soften up, I will be adding some tomato paste, and I'm adding 1 heaping tablespoon. I'm gonna add 2 of those. We're gonna mix this in so the tomato paste can cook a little. And at this point here, I want to add my fine thyme, so this beautiful flavor can infuse into all that's in the pot. So now that this has cooked up a little, I'm going to be adding some salt into the pot. adding pink Himalayan salt. I'm gonna add some water into the pot. Wait. So now that we have added the water, I'm gonna add some black pepper. Freshly grind black pepper, and black pepper goes very nice in stew, any kind of stew. So I want to give a generous amount because black pepper is also good for us. So that's in, and then I'm gonna go in now with my flat leaf parsley, and I have my 2 cloves of garlic that I'm gonna grate right on top of it, so this can dissolve quickly and give a beautiful flavor to the liquid. You can also chop the garlic before adding it to the pot, but I like to grate it so it can dissolve into the pot and give a nice flavor to the liquid. So now I'm gonna add some Chinese spice into the dish, and this is the Chowri brand Chinese spice that I'm using. I will give this a quick mix, and I'm gonna add a pack of Szechuan powder that will enhance the color and the flavor for this dish. So right here, one of these small packs, and it's gonna make a big difference to this dish. So I like to cover it and let it simmer on medium to low heat just for a few minutes, so all that beautiful spices can infuse and marry together before I add the fish into the pot. So now our liquid for the stew, the gravy is looking very nice and rich. The ingredients were cooking for a bit, so I'm gonna be adding the fish into the sauce now and leave them to suck up all this goodness here. At this point, my stove is on the lowest it can be. We don't want too much heat because the fish is already cooked and the gravy has been cooking for a little. So you want this little piece, Natalie? Yeah. I know you want this piece fried fish badly. So I'm gonna add now my green onions. I like to add it right at the end for that last minute freshness, and we're gonna cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes on low heat, and this is gonna be ready to serve for dinner soon. Both dishes are done. So here it is, guys, my beautiful spinach stew butterfish. I have a little bit of rice. I know a lot of my friends would prefer this with some paratha roti. And I have 2 pieces of fried fish that I couldn't resist keeping. And how I like to eat that with some pepper sauce. And this is my homemade pepper sauce. And I'm gonna taste that first before I start eating my dinner. So here is the fried butterfish, and this is the seasoned fish that I had seasoned to cook the stew. Let me see here. And my first mouthful is for all my friends and viewers who love fried fish and pepper sauce like I do. So delicious. Oh my god. The fried fish, fireworks going on outside. The fried fish have so much flavor from that green seasoning, and with the lime juice pepper that I have, oh my goodness, so well paired together. So cheers. I'm gonna finish this after. For my spinach from the garden, I just want to mix a little bit up. Those who ever had Chowri Bhagi before, please let me know how you like it. I know that it goes well with shrimp as well, but today I wanted to do a double meal, so I thought it would pair nicely with my stew fish. So cheers, guys. That fresh taste with that coconut milk, so creamy. Oh my god, this bhaji tastes so good, and the best of all, it is organic, comes right from my garden. I wish you guys can taste it. So now I'm gonna do the stew fish. I'm gonna get some of that gravy. I have piece wirrie pepper here and piece of the fish. I'll let you guys know how this tastes. Cheers. The thyme and that wirrie pepper, oh my god, complement that stew fish so well. This is such a hearty dinner. I'm so happy with this dinner. I wish you guys can taste it. But I want to say, hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed weekend. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hope you will consider subscribing. Until then, I want to say to you guys, stay blessed, stay safe. Bye for now.